Alright guys, today we're here to take a look at the Samsung Galaxy Buds Live. Now, obviously, if you guys have been following this channel, you actually know that I'm an iPhone user and I haven't been on Android in a few years now. I think it's been almost 3 years since I've had an Android phone. And with all the controversy with Apple going on lately and not being able to use xCloud and Google Stadia, it's two services that I really like and have been using, and not being able to use them on my phone, I was like, you know, it's probably about that time to get off of Apple and go back to an Android phone and, you know, see what I've been missing for the last 3 years. And so far, I'm loving it. I have the Galaxy S20 Ultra, so stay tuned for some really cool videos on some great features that are on that note that make it great for gamers and stuff that I think Samsung is doing an awesome job with compared to, you know, stuff that you just can't do on an iPhone. So look out for those videos. But today we're here to talk about the Galaxy Buds Live earbuds. And the reason that this is so interesting to me is because I've never actually liked earbuds. I've never owned AirPods. I never own any of the ones that go in your ears because of one main reason. And that is because they always fall out of my ears. Every time that these companies always say like, oh, like they don't fall out of your ears this time, every time I put them in and I start like even moving a little bit or running around or anything like that, they instantly fall out of my ears and they're just not comfortable to wear. So I've always stayed away from them, but I finally decided, you know, everyone keeps talking about how comfortable these are. These are a really interesting and different design than all the other earbuds that are out there. They take like in the shape of a bean, basically. So these are really interesting in their design, and they tout a lot of features in them. So we're going to dive into them now, and we're going to see if these live up to what Samsung is touting them out to be.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a recce is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, so these are the earbuds right here. So if you take a look and we open up the case here, these are the earbuds that are now in the case and they're charging. You can see the little red LED light to let you know that there's battery in the case and that it's actually charging. Now, as you can see, they kind of look like they're like a bean, basically. And, you know, that's what everyone likes to tout these things on. But, you know, surprisingly enough, when I put these in, they're actually pretty simple to put in. So if I grab one of these out of the case right now, you can see the shape that they actually are in. And what you basically do is you actually take it and you kind of put the bottom in your ear. And then you kind of twist backwards. And now you can see that it's in my ear the way that it is right now. And obviously, you take the other one. You take the bottom into your ear. And again, you kind of like twist it into your ear. So you can see when it's actually twisted into your ear, how they fit on the side of your head and how they look. And obviously, they have a distinct look to them, as we talked about. These are obviously, they, you know, have a distinct look to them compared to all the other earbuds out there. And they're not like all the other earbuds out there that are suctioned into your ear canal. So there's actually separation between your ear and your ear canal. So, you know, they're an interesting design, and they're definitely going to bring some attention when you're walking around with these, because people are going to know what they are, and they're going to see the, you know, the design of the earbuds and be like, what's that guy wearing, kind of thing. But what was more surprising is that these did not fall out of my ear, guys. I'm shaking my head. I'm moving it just over here. Probably look like an idiot on camera right now, but no matter what you do, these do not fall out, and they work extremely well on your ear. And not only do they not fall out, but these are extremely comfortable in your ear as well. And that's something that I was definitely surprised about, because I've never used earbuds like these. These are obviously a new design from Samsung, and I was wondering if they were going to be comfortable. If they didn't fall out, and I was already skeptical on that, how were they going to sound when I was actually having them in my ear? And, you know, to my surprise, they are really, really comfortable. Probably the most comfortable earbuds that I've ever tried, because, again, these are not sitting in your ear and being suction cupped into your ear canal. These are kind of just like hanging in your ear and being held onto by the shape of your ear. So they're kind of just resting there. So it makes sense that it's more comfortable by the nature of the actual design. And they are extremely comfortable. You can wear them, and since they sit so flush on your ear with your design, you can actually like lay in the bed and like actually put your head down and kind of be listening to the music, and it's still comfortable because it's not hitting the actual headphones, you know, in your ear or anything. So really, really cool design, really, really comfortable, and I was really surprised on the fact that it didn't fall out of my ear and how comfortable these things ended up being. One of the other cool features with this thing that we're obviously going to be talking about on this channel, being that we're, you know, I would say more towards a gaming channel on here, is also the fact that they have this mode on here that you can turn on. So if you open up the Gear app and you go into there and then you take a look at the gaming mode, what gaming mode does is it actually turns on lower latency, basically. So with this mode being off, there's like a second delay or a little bit less than a second delay with the latency. So playing games sometimes, you may notice that, some of the shots you're shooting or stuff are not exactly at the exact same time you're hearing them on the headphones. It's still hard to notice for me. Like, I still have to really, really pay attention, and it's definitely more noticeable in certain games compared to others. So it's really hard to notice for me, but it's definitely there. And with the gaming mode, it reduces it more, so it's as close as possible with these wireless earbuds. Now, I did test these with, Call of Duty with that latency mode turned on, and Fortnite and all those other games, and they sound extremely good. The mic that's on here, people can hear me loud and clear. No issues with that at all. Now, I did try these, of course, with cloud gaming apps like Stadia, and that is where you probably can't use these because the latency introduced with Stadia, that there's already a latency to begin with, and now you're adding the latency of these as well. Even with gaming mode turned on, I instantly can tell. I was playing the Power Rangers one on there, and it was literally like 2 seconds behind, or a second and second to a half behind the actual sound that you're actually hearing. Like when I was hitting a guy, it'd be like a second behind of the actual audio of me actually hitting him. So it's probably not good for most games on cloud gaming apps because of that. But for gaming apps that are sitting on your phone and they're actually not cloud-based, like Call of Duty and Fortnite and stuff like that, they seem to work extremely well, and the microphone works well. So I'm really happy with that. So as far as the battery life goes, they advertise that with ANC mode turned on, active noise canceling, if you have that turned on, you get 6 hours of battery life, and then the case has 21 hours of additional battery. So if you kind of like just take these off and you pop them in here just like that, take out the other one, they start charging, and you get 21 additional hours on this case here with them being plugged in there. And there is a little light in the front to also let you know that they're charging. So that's really, really cool. Now, you can actually get even more hours. So altogether, what you're basically getting is 27 hours. 6 hours of it fully charged of the actual earbuds, and then the 21 hours additionally in the case, so 27 hours in total. Now, if you turn the active noise canceling off, you get about 8 hours on the actual earbuds on every charge, as opposed to 6. So you can get that additional battery life if you want as well with the actual earbuds. And we'll get into active noise canceling here in a minute. One of the other cool things you could do with these things as well is they actually have touch buttons on there. So if you tap the earbuds once, you can play or pause. If you double tap it while you're listening to a song, it will forward to the next track. If a phone call comes in and you double tap, it will answer the phone call. And then there's also the long pause. So if you actually hold it and just pause there, you can customize that in the app, and you can do whatever you want with it. So if you go in there and customize it, you can change that to be from Bixby. You can change it to Google Assistant, which works well here. If you change it to Google Assistant, whatever you want that to be in the app, you can change it to be a customized button to whatever you want. So glad that they did that, because I don't use Bixby, I use Google Assistant. Considering that everything in my house works with Google Assistant, it was something I definitely changed and works really well on here. Now let's get into the actual active noise canceling on these headphones that Samsung is touting. Now remember what I said before, these are not closed into your ear. These are kind of hanging on your ear, so it's a different design, and they're still touting that this has active noise canceling. So I turned that on, and when you put that on, I don't really feel like it's canceling much noise out of anything at all. Now, Samsung kind of puts this on their website, and they basically tout it as like, oh, it's only supposed to take out not people's voices and stuff, but like ambient noise, like an air conditioner or a humidifier, stuff like that. And it definitely doesn't cancel out people's voices, because my wife was talking to me, and I had no issues with that. When I had the air conditioner next to me, it does it a little bit. You can tell that there is some cancellation going on, but it's definitely not going to be as good as other earbuds that are out there that are actually enclosed into your ear canal and have that different design and actually have noise canceling in them, like the Apple AirPods with the active noise canceling. Those are going to be better because of how they go into your ears. So this one is not going to be as good as those. So if you're getting these for active noise canceling and that's your primary reason, you're probably going to be disappointed with these. Now on the flip side of that, the reason that these are labeled as live is because Samsung is touting them that you can actually hear what's going on in your surroundings. So, if you're sitting at your couch and you're listening to music and your wife's talking to you, you'll be able to hear them. And, same thing if you're in a, public setting and someone talks to you, you'll be able to hear them, stuff like that. Now, granted, what I will say about that is that if I crank these up to 100% and my wife is, sitting across from me and I have these up to 100% listening to music, I still can't hear her. There's no active noise canceling going on even with that thing off. But if they're that loud, I'm not going to hear her. And I can't hear her because I tried it, when we were up there. And I couldn't hear her regardless. So if you had them 100%, obviously, with the music drowning out all this noise behind you, you're probably not going to be able to hear the other person. Unless if they're right up against your ear. Now, on the flip side of that, if these are over 40 to 50% volume, you're basically going to run into a point where the other person next to you can actually hear your music. So they're not enclosed into your ear, like I said. So if you're in a library or you're in an airplane or something like that, and you're using these, you can't put it above 50% volume, or the sound of the person next to you is going to hear that music completely, and that's not going to be a good experience for them. So either keep it at 40 to 50% volume, or you're going to have to use like the enclosed headphones when you're on an airplane or something like that. Keeping it at 40 to 50% volume is fine if you want to use these. So just keep that in mind with these. Call quality on these as well when you're answering phone calls from other people is also really, really solid. I tried it with my wife and a few others. They had no issues hearing me. They said I came in really good. They wouldn't even know that I was on these earbuds compared to a phone, and they had no complaints at all, and I can hear them easily, and it's really easy, like I said, to just double tap twice and take a call when it's coming in. So no issues with the actual call quality on these at all. They have 3 microphones built in to try and capture your voice when you're talking, and I think they do a really, really solid job with that. Something a lot of people always bring up in here as well is that you could use these individually if you for some reason wanted to. If you wanted to use one in your ear and charge another, you could do that. You can use one and then charge one and vice versa. So if that's something that you wanted to do, that's something that's definitely possible. You could use one and charge the other. That's a question that I see a lot of people talk about with earbuds, and you can do them with these. One of the other cool things about this, if you actually own a Galaxy device, is you can do the wireless power sharing feature on the Galaxy devices. So you can actually just drop this case on the back of your phone, and it will actually charge the actual case and the earbuds while on top of your phone and power share the actual battery life of your phone to charge you. So I really, really like that, and I think that's really cool. So my overall thoughts on these is I'm really, really happy with them because they're the first earbuds I've ever tried that are as comfortable as they are and actually stay in my ears. And those are obviously really 2 most important things to me. And then, of course, sound quality being right there next to them. And the sound quality on this is really, really good. I'm not an audiophile by any stretch of the imagination, but for me, they sound loud enough. They sound really good with the music. The bass is there. And I think they sound really, really good for what these earbuds are. Now, will I be getting rid of my Beats that I have? No, I won't be getting rid of my Beats because, like I said, in certain situations, I want to be able to use the Beats. Obviously, you're going to get bigger bass on the Beats and stuff like that compared to these, obviously, because of the sound driver running on the Beats. But for everyday walking around and how easy these are to carry around and be able to put these in my ears, you know, being in an office setting, putting them at 50% volume, listening to music there, these are awesome. Being able to take calls and stuff like that when you're walking into a store and talking to someone. These are really, really awesome for that. These are great everyday earbuds, and they sound fantastic for it. And I'm really, really happy with these. I finally found a pair that actually are comfortable and actually fit in my ear. Didn't think that was going to happen, and the fact that you can charge them with your phone and how great it goes with the Samsung ecosystem is, of course, what makes these stand out for me when you actually own a Galaxy device. So my overall thoughts on this, again, are these are, if you have a Samsung device, I would definitely recommend these if you know what you're getting yourself into and you know the caveats that I just talked about here before. But I think the caveats that I talked about definitely don't outweigh the positives on these things with the sound quality, the interesting design, how comfortable they are and how they fit into your ears, how easy they go with the Samsung ecosystem, how you can charge them, the long battery life of 27 hours that you can have on here with these earbuds are really, really good. And I'm really happy that I purchased these. And these are going to be an easy thing to carry around as an everyday rotation to put these in my ears when I want to answer calls and stuff like that. And my Beats will be in my backpack in case I ever want to take them out and use them for whatever reason. If I'm on like an airplane and stuff like that and I want louder headphones that encompass the active noise canceling a little bit better than what these do, those are there as my backup. But these are going to be my primary drivers for day-to-day use, and these sound fantastic for it. So guys, if you guys have any questions on these earbuds, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.
Gaming techie is the gaming tech, gaming techie, gaming tech. Eating brekkie is the gaming tech, going for a recce is the gaming tech, gaming techie is the gaming tech, gaming techie.